Hey everyone. See if anyone hops on. It's Friday night, so highly unlikely. So I will just start talking, and then if anyone joins, I'm definitely going to save this live so you can watch it after. For those of you who are joining me for the first time or watching this replay for the first time, I am attorney Bianca Jordan. I'm an immigration lawyer at Brazen Legal. And over the past couple of weeks and yesterday, I've been posting about the Liberian green card. So it's a green card through the Liberian Refugee Immigration Fairness Program. And I've been getting a lot of questions in my DMs and in my email about this video, or not about this video, about this program. So I wanted to hop on and do a live Q&A really quickly about some of the questions I've been getting because clearly I wasn't really clear in the other videos I've done about this. So I want to really quickly just go through the questions that I've been getting about this program. So a lot of the questions I've been getting have been about clarifying who can apply for a green card through this program. Why is it just Liberians? Some people are asking me if this is true because one person said, is this true? You're the only one talking about it. It is true, and I'm not the only lawyer talking about this. I've seen other immigration lawyers who have also been posting about this as well. So I will answer, I'll just go through all the questions, most of the questions that I have been getting about the Liberian refugee green card, and also to provide some background as well. So one of the questions was about clarification on who can apply. So in order to get a green card through the Liberian Refugee Immigration Fairness Program, you do have to be Liberian depending. So if you are applying for a green card through this Liberian Refugee Immigration Fairness Program, if you are just doing it by yourself, then you, the principal applicant, have to be from Liberia. So that means you were either born in Liberia, so you're a national of Liberia, or you are a citizen of Liberia. Maybe you were born somewhere else and then you got Liberian citizenship another time. But if you are related to a Liberian, then you obviously don't have to be Liberian and you can apply for this program. So for example, let's say you are married to a Liberian, but you are from Kenya or Haiti or wherever. You can apply for a green card through this program too, even though you are not Liberian. Hey Cindy, hey Ali. So you don't need to be Liberian if someone who you're married to is Liberian and they're applying for a green card through this program, or if you are the child of a Liberian who is applying through this program. So the tricky thing is that on uscis.gov, it says that you can apply for a green card through this program if you are the unmarried child or son or daughter 21 years old or older of someone who's Liberian. But the practice advisory that was issued by the American Immigration Lawyers Association says that you can only apply for a green card through this program if you are under the age of 21. So I do want to go back and actually read the law just to see exactly what the law says, because those are two conflicting things. But generally speaking, if you are a national or citizen of Liberia, you can apply for a green card through this program. If you are married to someone who is from Liberia, you can apply for a green card through this program. And if you are the son or daughter of someone from Liberia who's applying for a green card through this program, then you can apply for a green card through this program too. So you don't necessarily need to be Liberian, but you have to have a qualifying relationship with a Liberian person in order to get a green card through this program. So another question I got, which I just answered, do you have to be Liberian to apply? I just answered that. Another question I got was to explain this, a little bit of background why this is just for Liberians. So basically, I think there are about like 3,500 Liberians in this country, I think. And Liberia used to have temporary protected status. And then years ago, their TPS ended and they were given delayed enforced departure, or DED for short. And delayed enforced departure, I kind of like to think of it as like TPS light, where it's not exactly TPS, but you're still able to get a work card and you can still be in this country legally and you can apply for advanced parole. And so it's kind of like TPS, but not exactly. So when TPS for Liberia ended, Liberians got DED for Liberia, and it was extended. I believe President Obama extended it as well as Trump. And I think currently DED for Liberia is slated to end in January, actually. So I think next month it's slated to end. And Liberians in this country really just rallied, came together, and they pressured their congressmen to really try to create some pathway to U.S. citizenship for them. And so this is basically what happened. So this has been around since last year. So the Liberian Refugee Immigration Fairness Program was created in December of 2019, I believe December 21st of 2019, last year, so almost a year old. And it was included in the National Defense Authorization Act. I think I butchered that, but this green card for Liberians is included in that act, and Trump signed it last year. And it basically gives any Liberian the ability to apply for a green card through this program as long as they apply before December 20th of 2020. So that's why this is just for Liberians and their family members. And what's great about this program is that unlike other types of, trying to get a green card in the United States, you don't have to prove that you came here legally. You don't need a sponsor. You don't need to do the affidavit of support. You don't need an I-130. You can just apply as long as you can prove that you're Liberian or that you are related to someone who's from Liberia. You can apply for a green card through this program. And even better, you can apply for a green card through this program even if you were in immigration court or if you were ordered deported. Because typically, if ever you've been in immigration court or if ever you were ordered deported, you typically can't get a green card from USCIS. But with the Liberian program, only USCIS can give you this green card. So even if you were deported, even if you never came here legally to begin with, you can still apply for a green card through this program. So next question I got, is this true? You're the only one talking about it. Again, I'm not the only attorney talking about this. I've seen other immigration lawyers talking about this as well. So it's not just me. I also have been getting this question a lot regarding the updates with TPS, but that's a whole other conversation. But I have seen more lawyers talking about this, and I think that the reason why they're talking more about it now is because you pretty much only have like a week and a half-ish to apply for a green card through this program if you still want to do that. And it's definitely possible because, again, you don't need an I-130, you don't need a sponsor, you don't really need a lot of the things. Public charge doesn't apply, so you don't need to file the public charge form. You don't need to hand in all that information. This is really just like a slam dunk, super easy to apply for a green card. So you don't need all of those things. So it's definitely possible to still apply for a green card before December 20th. And what evidence do you need was the next question. So in order to apply for a green card through this program, you need to prove that you're a citizen or national of Liberia, meaning that you have a passport from Liberia, preferably unexpired. You have a birth certificate from Liberia. And then you also have to prove that you've been in the United States since at least November 20th. But if you're applying for a green card through this program and you're not Liberian, but you are the relative of a Liberian, so again, if you're married to someone from Liberia, if your parent is from Liberia, you don't have to prove that you've been here since at least November 20th. You just have to prove that, you're here, but it doesn't have to be as of November 20th. So you just need your birth certificate, your passport from Liberia, and then proof that you've been here since, if you're the principal applicant, proof that you've been here since November 20th, so of 2014. So things you can use to prove that, your work card that you've had once you had TPS for Liberia or DED for Liberia, your tax records going back from, current day to at least November 20th, 2014, like health insurance, medical records, school records, trying to think of things that I submitted for my clients who are applying for green cards through this program. Homeowners insurance, car insurance, things like that you can use to prove that you've been here since then. The passport that you use to come here to the United States from the beginning, things like that you can submit. Another thing I would also encourage you to submit as well, if you've ever been in immigration court. So if you have ever applied for asylum, or if you ever had a case that was administratively closed, or that happens a lot for people who maybe want to apply for TPS. If they are in immigration court, let's say they're applying for asylum, and then all of a sudden the United States designates their country for TPS, they would have that case administratively closed so that they can then go and apply for TPS. So even if that's you, or even if an immigration judge actually ordered you deported and you just never left, you can still apply for a green card through this program. I would just include, if you have it, the immigration judge's order to show what happened. And also if you have the notice to appear, also known as an NTA, you can also include that as well when you're applying for a green card through this program. And then another question I got was, can you really apply if you were deported? So yes, typically if you were ever in immigration court, you're supposed to apply for a green card in immigration. So if you ever applied for asylum and it was denied, or maybe it wasn't denied, but they sent you to immigration court to have a judge make the final decision, you can't get a green card through USCIS. They don't have jurisdiction to approve that green card. You would have to get the green card in immigration court. But through this program, you don't have to get the green card in immigration court because only USCIS can give you the green card. So that is, most of the questions I got were kind of in that vein. A lot of them are repetitive or similar, but I really just wanted to hop on really quickly and answer some of the questions that I've gotten. This is a really simple green card to apply for. If you're from Liberia, or you're married to someone from Liberia, or your parent is from Liberia, you can apply for a green card through this program. You don't need a 9130, you don't need an affidavit of support, you don't need the public charge forms. You can still apply if you've been in immigration court. One thing to keep in mind though is if you still also have to be admissible, which means that you don't have anything that would keep immigration from approving your case. So if you ever had something denied for fraud or misrepresentation, or if you have any like criminal things, definitely talk to an immigration attorney before you apply for this program, because you might need a waiver, and that could be a situation where USCIS will deny your green card under this program. So I don't know if anybody has any questions, and it doesn't really, if you have questions about other things as well, I know this is mostly about the Liberian green card, but if you have other questions as well, I don't mind hanging out for like another couple of minutes to answer anyone's questions. Let me see if anyone posted any questions in the box. I don't think anyone did. Okay. So let's see. Any questions about the Liberian green card or applying for a green card through this program, even if you're not Liberian? Let me know. I mean, let me just double check my DMs too, see if I'm missing any questions. Yes, so the end date is December 20th. And there are a lot of lawyers that are actually trying to see if Biden will push it back, because the work authorization for DED for Liberia ends, I think, January 11th, if I remember correctly. So, and there are still a lot of Liberians that don't even know about this. I get calls almost every week since September from Liberians saying, like, I never even knew that this was a thing. There are so many, I actually, funny enough, I got a call from someone back in September who was applying for a green card, and he called me because he would rather apply for a green card through the Liberian program, because if he applies through his wife, he's going to need the I-130 and the affidavit of support and the public charge and all that stuff. And then he just saw my video on YouTube and he gave me a call. He's like, I didn't see anybody else talking about the Liberian green card. I saw your video. I wanted to know like where I can find information about it, because he already had an attorney and his attorney didn't even know about this program. So he was asking me questions about the Liberian green card program so that he can go and tell his lawyer that he'd rather apply for a green card through this program. So there are still a lot of Liberians who don't know that they can apply for a green card through this program. So because of that, there are a lot of lawyers that are trying to push the Biden administration to maybe push this deadline back, because again, you have like a week and a half left to apply for a green card through this program. Totally doable, because you don't need a lot of information. You literally just need your birth certificate, your passport to show that you're Liberian, proof that you've been here since November 20th of 2014. So again, your tax records, your work cards that you've been given once you had TPS for Liberia and DED for Liberia. So you don't need a lot of stuff to get your application going before the deadline. So yeah, so long-winded way of telling you that the deadline is December 20th. Hopefully, fingers crossed, the Biden administration is able to push this back so that more Liberians are able to apply for a green card through this program. And this program also gives me hope too, because there's so many immigrant groups in this country. Like, this is Liberians, like I said, there are maybe like 3,800-ish Liberians in this country, and they were able to come together and ask for a pathway to citizenship. So never mind other immigrant groups that are even bigger than the Liberians. If the Liberians were able to do this as little of a group as they were, imagine, like what other groups like Haitians and, other groups of people could possibly do to try to get relief as well. Hey, Whitney. Hey, Lulu. Any other questions about the Liberian green card or any other immigration questions as well? I'm going to try to go live once a week. I know I went live on Wednesday. That was like a general Q&A thing. I really just wanted to hop on and do the Liberian green card questions because I got a lot of questions in my DMs about the things I've been posting lately. So I wanted to just address it. Just let people know, if you're Liberian, definitely try to apply for this green card. I don't want to say it's an easy green card to get, but again, no I-130, no public charge, no affidavit of support. Like, it's a really easy green card to apply for, given, everything else that, all the other hoops that you have to jump through. You can apply for this green card even if you were deported. You can apply for this green card even if you came to the United States undocumented. You can get the green card in the US, so you don't have to consular process. You can adjust your status to get the green card here. Your family members can get a green card as well. They don't have to be Liberian. So like if you're Liberian and you're married to somebody from Kenya or Egypt or Italy, wherever, they can get a green card as well. They don't have to leave. They can adjust their status. So it's a really good program if people are able to take advantage of it. And I really hope that the Biden administration extends it so that more people can apply for a green card through this program. I don't think I have any other, I didn't see any other questions in my DMs. I don't see any questions in the question sticker thing. So if no one else has any other questions, I think I'll log off. But as always, if you do have any questions, if you think of anything else, definitely just, slide in my DMs, ask me a question. I'm pretty open, pretty straightforward. If it's something simple, I have no problem just answering like a quick, simple question. But if it's something that is like really long, convoluted, complicated, and I gotta look through like your immigration records and things, then it's better to just book a consultation with me, because that way I can have a like designated time where I can just give you my undivided attention, where we're really going through everything. In my consultations, I'm pretty thorough. I like to go through everyone's information to kind of help them figure out like what is their fastest path to a green card. So if you guys have any other questions about this this program, definitely just drop them in the comments, and I will talk to you guys another time. Have a good weekend.